All right, so let me just run down shit. I'm going to run down the whole page before we don't get to this shit. All right.
Okay.
So nuts. Any nuts that you use, you could boil for 2 hours for this bath. For almond, to become more lovable and loving in the physical world and the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, to become more loving and more light, boil almonds for 2 hours, sit your ass in the tub for a half an hour. Hazelnut opens the pineal. Boil hazelnut for 2 hours to open up your pineal. Nutmeg, to have power over others. So if you're losing ground in some situation on earth or whatever, or to have power over spirits. Nutmeg. Boil nutmeg for 2 hours, sit your ass in the tub. Pecans. Pecans belong to Oshun. To make yourself more attractive to the spirit world or even to the physical world, boil pecans. But before you boil the pecans, you should get some real copper, sit them on copper. Walnuts. If you have bad relationships that you want to forget, boil walnuts, sit in the bathtub for a half an hour. Remember, boil all the nuts for 2 hours to open up that goddamn frequency in the nut. For bad relationships, use the nut. Herb baths. And I'm only telling you stuff that works that I've tried. Basil. Basil is used for high vibrations in clearing out the aura. Any spiritual bath is all about the aura. The spiritual bath does not clean your funky ass. Ivory cleans your funky ass, if you will, or Dove. But what the spiritual bath does is clean your aura. It cleans your aura. So it's all about cleaning your aura. So basil is good to up your vibrations. It's not good or evil. It's not good or evil. It's not good or evil. It's not good or evil in terms of the devil versus God. It's low and high vibrations. So we're talking about low and high vibrations. So basil is good for high vibrations. Bay leaf is good for protection. Protection not because something's trying to get you, but protection from the same low vibrations. Hyssop, right. Hyssop, is the stripper of bad energy. Don't stay in that bath long, about 10 minutes. It will get away from headaches. Lettuce, which is connected to Osiris. You put lettuce in the bathtub. Wash yourself with the lettuce leaves, clarity and calm. Mint is for sweet vibrations. It will cheer up your mood. Parsley, very key, is for wealth. It repels vampires when you add goat's milk. Goat's milk and parsley in a bath. Wash yourself with that, blah, blah, blah. Repels that vampiric energy. Vampiric energy is when you feel drained. Somebody may put that vampiric energy on your ass and you feel drained. White roses. 8 white roses will keep your aura strong. And
love it.
Right. And rosemary, will give you fortune, and this is also good. Rosemary, bay leaf, and basil together. Those are good for overall cleaning of your aura and your negative energy. It is overall good for that. So rosemary, basil, and bay leaf will actually do that. And I don't know why KV is PMing me really silly jokes. I mean, this shit is really distracting. Like, yeah, I know he's from the Banana Splits and all that kind of shit, but come on, dude. You know, this hit me later with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let the people get their information. Let the people get their information. This shit is actually pissing me off. So, moving on from that, ocean water. Ocean water, if you get ocean water, you can get it at Botanicas. It clears all forms of negativity. River water, it's like the lifeblood of the earth. Anything you use river water with will add life to your ritual. Lake water. Lake water is basically dead water, and you want to use it for stability. Anything you're trying to keep, you want to use lake water on it. Rainwater represents birth and fertility, new things. The water that you get in May is the best water to get. That's spring water, and spring water itself is for psychic vibrations. So you can use spring water for the psychic vibrations. All right, is that cool? Is that enough info? I still got
Oh,
more.
yes. Oh, yes, but we can definitely use more. Here's a question, Brother Pennick. Someone asked, a question came in, can you use essential oils with this? You want to speak on that? I use a lot of the essential oils, but can you let them know how they can kind of cross them over?
Yes, essential oils are supposedly, the ones who are selling them are made from the oil. Most of the oils are made from the flowers. So what they do with essential oils are they're saying instead of synthetic oil, they're using the flower and mixing it with a base oil. And the essence of the flower is in the oil, therefore it's now an essential oil. Absolutely. Oils from A to Z by Patricia Solomon, I believe. Patricia Solomon, or I think that's her name. But either way, if you go back to the book show where I document all the books, I document her book there, and she not only tells you the frequency of all oils, and Scott Cunningham also tells you the frequency of these oils too. What you can do is with the essential oils, once you learn the frequencies, they add energy. It's a whole subject within itself. I spent about 6 months just dealing with oils. Niggas was calling me oil man at one point when I first started dealing with that shit. Jazzo and them niggas. Now, the oils actually, the essential oils are the one to get. You can make your own. Sapphire oil is the base oil. You can Google what you can do and what flowers you can make. You basically take the flower or the herb, put it in the oil in the stocking, leave it in the sun, blah, 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 blah. It becomes that essential oil. So essential oils are great, and they're excellent for dressing candles. They're excellent for dressing candles. Candle magic, oils, that's how you anoint the candle. Olive oil is probably one of the best anointing. That's why they connected the Christ energy to it. So olive oil right out the, but it's not a base oil. I think sapphire oil is the base oil, and mineral oil, non-scented, they use as a base oil. So they put the herbs in that. So essential oils are actually very key, very a part of your work. And you could also anoint your statues on your altar with it. Now, one of the greatest anointing oils are period blood and sperm. Those are the greatest anointing oils. I've seen Rain did her dream catcher video with instructions, which is good because it avoids you having to repeat the same shit. And
that's right.
What it does is, she said, well, you got to prick your finger, brother. I'm like, oh, hell no. What it means is, for the blood, they say 1 drop of sperm equals 10 drops of blood. So for the brothers, instead of pricking your finger, Rain is trying to kill y'all niggas. What you got to do is you could use the sperm and you could use period blood to deal with it. And that's actually the greatest anointing oil ever. So you could take your sperm and put it on the foreheads of your statues. That will liven them up. It will make because these statues now are yours for your frequency. That's why they're on your altar. So if they made it there, if something in your spirit told them to bring them there, you actually can deal with so Ganesha to me, even though it has the same principle, may be a different entity or speak to you differently. So using your blood or your sperm makes that connection. You get what I'm saying? Makes that connection. So the key is for you to make that connection. Your blood or sperm is the ultimate in the anointing oil. Almost any bath you do, unless the bath is specific to that frequency, urinating in the bath is the greatest, is the power, or you add a great deal of power, personal power to that bath. Yes, I said peeing in the tub. And if you think I'm confused, everybody think back when they was a kid and you peed in the fucking tub. Everybody peed in that tub because ultimately that was the ultimate spiritual bath, to pee in that fucking tub. So that loosens you out. If you think I'm fooling with this shit, look up urine therapy. And they'll tell you the science of what the urine becomes before it spoils and turns into that piss smell that you smell. But it coming from the kidneys and it having this fucking power of actually balancing it out based upon your DNA. So whatever bath you take, peeing in the bath takes you to another level. And I remember this Babalao telling me, if a woman puts that period blood on you, which is making you eat the period blood, to get that shit off, all you got to do is pee in the tub. Now, another astral fluid is either sperm or sexual blood or your menses. So if you're on your menses, that's probably be your most powerful. Before you go to sleep, take a dip and put it on your pineal gland. The same thing I'm going to ask you to do with that belladonna. Put it on your pineal gland. Now, what this does is it will open you up, or open the pineal gland up. You got to remember, these things have crystals in it. It will start to the same concept when you put the crystals under your bed to get in that frequency, the menses of the sperm will do that. So that's probably one of the most powerful things you could do for astral dreaming. Put that sperm on you. Now, or that menses. Now, if you're not on your menses and you're not going to masturbate, that's just a night you're taking off. Or if you use the sexual fluid. So after you have sex, you take you rub the vagina. The man, rub the vagina, put it on your forehead. Same thing for the woman, rub the vagina, put it on your forehead. You will have lucid dreams, guaranteed, based upon that shit.